It's the Texas weather discussion video for Wednesday, the 15th of January. I'm Donovan Neal. So the next few days will be mild, with Friday being the warmest day of this week. Then an Arctic front will send temperatures plummeting down for the weekend. And also, could we see some wintry mischief on Saturday? So hopefully we'll check things out. This is the upper air look across the continental United States early this morning. You can see our pattern remains very zonal across the deep south and parts of the central parts of the United States. And take a look at temperatures early this morning as of 4:15 a.m. Mostly in the mid 40s and maybe some upper 50s, low 50 readings near Rockwall in Greenville. And like I said, will be quite mild today with highs only in the low 60s around the nation. Much of the coldest air remains near Minneapolis, St. Paul, and parts of North Dakota, where they're actually starting the day in the in sub-zero and also in the negative single digits in some spots. And we have potential, and that Arctic blast will basically shift down into the central and southern plains with time. Across the watch warning map, have a few dense fog advisories across the Midwest and parts of the plains. And also, we have some winter weather advisories for parts of northern Kansas and Missouri and um, central Illinois, including all of Michigan and parts of Ohio and some of the northeastern United States. But down here in North Texas, we remain pretty quiet. We do have a marginal risk of severe storms for day 3, which is Wednesday, which includes pretty much all of the north central Texas area and parts of central Texas near Austin and just in the north of San Antonio. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. This is the average rainfall for the next 7 days, followed through Wednesday of next week. Heaviest totals will remain off to the west coast. And down here, the Weather Prediction Center has actually increased the amount of precipitation that we get Friday and Saturday. Actually shows around half an inch, greater than half an inch for most places in North Texas. And the farther east you go, you see around over an inch, and farther off to the east near East Texas, you might see over 2 inches of rain. But we'll talk about that here in a second. So let's go on to the model output. This is the O6Z run of the GFS file this afternoon at noon. This is the upper air look around 18 to 20,000 feet off the ground at 500 millibars. You can see we still have that zonal flow here, and down here that looks like and down here we still stay dry. Again, just like we've always been dealing with, a mix of sun and clouds. Highs mostly in the low 60s. Same thing on Thursday. And pretty much the same deal on Friday, except we'll be much warmer on Friday. We expect highs mostly in the upper 60s to low 70s. But look at that 1001 millibar low near Amarillo, Texas. This is Saturday evening, by the way. That's 1001 millibar low near Amarillo, Texas. And then, as a result of that, we have moisture surging in from the Gulf, and our rain chances should begin. Our rain chances through Saturday should begin Friday evening, with that storm system starting to move in here. And I'd say the best chance of one spot getting wet on Friday is pretty much in the 50-50 range at that point, but we'll continue to have it. We'll continue to bring updates for you. But here's Saturday morning, early Saturday morning. You can see that surface low basically moving through our area, just dumping lots of rain for our area, and I think for Saturday morning that rain will persist through Saturday morning, and then as the European has been suggesting, Saturday. This is Saturday afternoon at noon. By the way, the European. Do want to point out that the European does show a little bit of that winter mischief for parts of North Texas and also parts of central and eastern Oklahoma. That shows some sleet transitioning into some snow for some parts of North Texas for Saturday afternoon. And because the European, not because the European, because the other models and other ensemble members have been trending more towards a solution, we think it's safe to add just a small chance of some wintry mischief on Saturday, on pretty much the day on Saturday. But obviously, this is still a few days out, and this can and will change. So be sure to stick with Apex Storm for the latest updates. And obviously, the GFS shows that we don't get anything, and we still stay dry. And obviously, the GFS is still bullish on the amount on us getting some snow. So we'll continue to stick. Continue to stick with us with the latest updates. But one thing we are certain though is on Sunday it will turn darn right cold on Sunday. That storm system basically affecting the Northeast and brings lots of snow for the northeastern United States. But down here, once that cold front moves through, that Arctic outbreak will basically plunge through the plains, and then we turn brutally cold on Sunday. We're only going to get up into the low 30s on Sunday, with lows mostly in the teens into the low 20s. And the wind chills will be even colder, with wind chills in the teens and in the single digits throughout the day. So be sure to dress warm, and don't let the sun fool you. Because it will just be brutally cold. It does get a little bit better as we head towards Monday. This is Monday during the afternoon, actually. We'll mix in sun and clouds. We do start the day in the mid 20s, but we end up in the mid 40s during the peak of the day. And Tuesday we do trend just a little bit warmer. Clouds do start to roll in here again with highs in the low 50s. Here's a week from today, Wednesday the 23rd of January. You can see we have troughing off to the east. Down here, it looks like a fairly dry look on Wednesday. I won't be surprised if we see a shower or two. Highs mostly in the upper 40s. Here's the end of the 10-day forecast period. This is Saturday, the 26th of January. That's a very cold core trough off the eastern United States. Wow. And down here, that looks brutally cold, and even some snow for parts of the eastern United States. But down here in North Texas, we remain dry. But you can see for the numbers for the next 15 days coming off the GFS ensemble, that basically takes us all the way through the end of this month. It does show the idea of us staying mild through Saturday, but it does not clearly illustrate the idea of us being in the low 30s on Sunday. This is the overall too warm solution, but it does give you the general idea of once we get past Sunday, the rest of January should be mostly kind of chilly, with highs mostly in the upper 40s and lows mostly in the low to mid 30s. That's it for the Texas weather discussion video for today. I warned us in the blog. Next video here is expected to be posted at around 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you can't catch your local TV stations on the air this afternoon at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and Godspeed.